Hey everybody, this is Miss Ramsey here to give you your math lesson for today, April 23rd. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to continue working with measurement in the metric system. So we're going to start with our I can. So our I can is I can convert metric measurements using a two-column chart. Okay, so let's see what we are going to do. I can convert metric measurements using a two-column chart. So we're going to focus on this word convert, and if you remember from yesterday, convert means to change it from one measurement into another. Metric measurements, remember metric measurements, the base units are gram, liter, and meter. And then this part about a two-column chart. Okay, two-column chart is just going to have two different parts to a chart. Okay, so for example, if I had this chart, it's a two-column chart. One side of it is going to say meters, and the other side is going to say centimeters. Okay? So in our chart, we're going to convert 3 meters into centimeters. We're going to convert 4 meters into centimeters. We're going to convert 4 5/10 meters into centimeters. We're going to convert 12 meters into centimeters, and then we're going to convert 120 meters into centimeters. So if you remember from yesterday, our little sentence to help us remember the order was King Henry dies by drinking chocolate milk. And even though that's pretty silly, it helps us remember it because King is the K, stands for kilo. King Henry, H for hecto, dies, D for deca, and remember there's 2 for D, so I'm going to write deca. King Henry dies by, that's going to be our base, and remember base would be either gram, liter, or meter. King Henry dies by drinking, here's that other D, deci, chocolate, C stands for centa, chocolate milk, and M stands for milli. Okay, so if we look at our chart, every single measurement, we're starting with meters and we're converting them into centimeters. So if I look at my chart, I have to ask myself, where are meters? Now, even though meter starts with an M, it's not going to be milli because it's not millimeters, it's just plain meters. So meters is actually going to be at my base. So I'm going to put a dot here at my base, and I'm going to centimeters. So I'm going to write my number, which is 3, because I have 3 meters. And remember, 3 is a whole number, and anytime you have a whole number, the decimal always goes at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and put that decimal there. And now I'm going from meters to centimeters. Well, here's meters at the base, and centimeters is over here. So I'm going to see how many places it takes me to get there. 1, 2 to the right. So I'm going to move my decimal 1, 2 places to the right, and I'm going to fill in these spaces with placeholders. So I know that there are 300 centimeters in 3 meters. And the reason why is because centimeters are smaller than meters, so it's going to take more of them to equal a meter. Okay, so I'm going to erase this and erase my number, and now the next number in my two-column chart is 4. So I'm going to write my 4. Since 4 is a whole number, the decimal goes at the end, but I am still going from meters to centimeters. So I figure out where's meters. It's at my base, so I'm going to be putting a dot here at my base because that's where I'm starting, and I'm still going to centimeters. So I figure out how many places do I have to go. 1, 2 to the right. So I move my decimal 1, 2 places to the right, and I put zeros as my placeholder. So I know in 4 meters that there's 400 centimeters because it's 100 times bigger. Okay, so I'm going to erase again. And now it's 4 5/10. So 4 5/10. And since this number already has a decimal, I don't need to add one. Okay, so once again, I'm starting at meters. Meters is at the base. I put my dot right here at the base, and I'm still going to centimeters. So that's 1, 2 places to the right. And so I move my decimal 2 places to the right. 1, 2. So this time I only need 1 placeholder. So in 4 5/10 meters, there are 450 centimeters. Okay? Because it's 100 times bigger going from meters to centimeters. Every time you move a place, it's times 10, then times 10 again, and 10 times 10 is 100. So grams are 100 times bigger than centimeters. All right, so now 12 is my number. 12 does not have a decimal in it, but I can put a decimal because all whole numbers have a decimal at the end. And I'm still starting at meters, and I'm going to centimeter. So meter is at the base, that's where you put your dot, and I'm still going to centimeters, so it's 1, 2 places to the right. And you move your decimal 2 places to the right, which represents times 100. And I fill in my spaces with placeholders. So in 12 meters, there are 1,200 centimeters. Okay? And finally, the last one, if I have 120 meters, 120 is a whole number, so I put my decimal at the end, and I'm still starting at meters, which is right here at my base. I put my dot here, and I'm still going to centimeters, so it's going to be 1, 2 places to the right, so I move my decimal 1, 2 places to the right, and I fill them in with placeholders. So in 120 meters, it actually takes 12,000 centimeters. Okay? All right, so make sure that you go on Seesaw and complete your 2-column charts that you have to do today. All right, guys, see you tomorrow.